This morning is following a troubling pattern. There are reports of yet another chemical weapons attack on Sunday. We proposed a Security Council press statement condemning these attacks. So far, Russia has delayed the adoption of this statement, a simple condemnation of Syrian children being suffocated by chlorine gas.
U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley condemning reports of recent chemical attacks on innocent civilians inside Syria and blasting Russia for aiding and sheltering the Assad regime. Joining me now is former UN Ambassador John Bolton, a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and a Fox News contributor. Ambassador, good morning.
Glad to be with you.
Some serious charges from Nikki Haley there on Russia aiding Syria in this.
Well, I think there's every reason to believe she's correct. Look, we've had over the past several years uncounted numbers of incidents where chemical weapons have been used. I don't doubt the rebels would use them if they had them. And the Syrian government has often alleged it was the rebels who used them rather than the government. But I think the evidence is overwhelming that the Assad regime has used chemical weapons before, during, and after Barack Obama's alleged deal with Russia to get Syria's chemical weapon stocks removed. You cannot be as present in a country as Russia is in Syria, as the Obama administration allowed them to get, and as closely related to Syrian military operations as the Russians are, without being aware of this. Now, maybe the Russians are turning their eyes away and so on, but this is willful negligence if they don't know, and they almost certainly do.
President Trump and his administration say that Assad's government may be developing new, more sophisticated chemical weapons. Ambassador?
It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Throughout all the rogue regimes around the world, chemical weapons and biological weapons are sometimes referred to as the poor man's nuclear weapon. They're easier to manufacture, easier to conceal, and obviously quite deadly. So given the Assad regime's record of persecution of dissidents, killing their own people, going back to Bashar al-Assad's regime, the father, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Hafiz al-Assad.
And the U.S. State Department saying it's gravely alarmed by the continued allegations of the use of chlorine gas by the Syrian government.